All right, so hello everyone. So let's take a look at Thursday. Now this is Wednesday. Gold from the lows. Remember, that was the bar. That was a price level. That was a price level. And the market went up. Now remember, we still have room to come down, I did say, but that was a price level we need to be clear about from the day before. And this is still good to happen because this is the weekly. This can happen next week as well. Okay, if it does happen next week, it'll be a different number, but it's still doable. So we still have room to come down if you look at the medium term. Now what to do here? Look, this is the goodbye kiss the market did. Okay, so just disregard these dodgy lines if you're using the ATAM strategy. All right, because I'm using a new set of stuff for this fintech trial, as I said yesterday. Okay, so just disregard those lines for the moment. Just focus on the PST. Now here we've got the sandwich zone. That's just sell goodbye kiss 52 2,326. 2,326 done. Okay, bang. What's the other number, which is the support, is here, 45. Goodbye kiss on the resistance. Now remember, this is the goodbye kiss on the support breakout. This is the goodbye kiss on the resistance breakout. So we're in a bit of a dilemma here. All right, but I don't mind buying. Okay, that level 45. So 45 and 42 zone. Right, which is 2,297. 2,282, so 2,297 and 2,282, which is right here. Now, okay, so that 45 is the goodbye kiss at 2,297. And the 42 last target of a breakout at 2,282 here. So that's sell, that's buy, and we're going to have a dilemma. Okay, and the swing day, today's Thursday, remember? The swing day is a Thursday. So if we end up, like this is a place to sell, I don't mind selling here. We can push the market down. Now, this is the 4th of May. If you take a look, the 4th of May is obviously Saturday, it's on the weekend, all right? So there's nothing to talk about there. But if it becomes a Monday, it's going to be the 6th. Okay, it's going to be there, the 6th of May. So we're either going to dip it down here or down here, which I'm expecting the market to come down. If we go back up and sell down, okay, and then that should take us into this dotted line zone here. Let me just make this a little bit more clear for us. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so this zone here, all right, which is logical. That's the bar, okay, that we want to get into. Okay, so we're going to have to play both sides, which is fine because we're using financial astrology. We should be okay on both sides of the trade. All right. I'm just going to dip this down a little bit more into right there. Okay, later you will know why. Okay, so that's that. Okay, because that's an astrological issue, that's why. So 2,339 is also a place the market could touch, 2,339. Why? Because the cause of the breakout is this bar. It's already tapped into it yesterday, that's why they sold there. So if we tap up again 2,339, 2339 is your weekly, so selling there is okay. If it goes above, don't muck around. Why? Because this is the breakout also of a resistance PST. So we've got to be careful. So we're either going to sell here or there. So this zone, all right, this zone is a sell zone. Now, if the market goes up quickly and then quickly comes back into the Astro hour, then selling is okay. All right, I can now get rid of this. We don't need that. Okay, and that's how it is. Okay, so you got to be careful here and here, because market might give a buy reaction like it did yesterday. Okay, and also market bought yesterday on Wednesday, right? But okay, it has bought and it has broken up stuff. So if it comes back down, buying is also an option, so be careful. All right, so be smart, because this could turn into a sideways market, as you can see. All right, low, low, high, high. So now we can buy the lows, sell the highs. If it breaks below on the pullback, we sell push down. Okay, and that's how to pan this one out. All right, so that's gold. Let's take a look at euro dollar. Now with the euro dollar, let's see what happened. Now yesterday I had a really nice trade with this one. The day before yesterday, it was a nice sell. I moved the stop forward. Later on in the evening, I actually got out of this trade before getting stopped out. So it was a really nice trade. Why? Because we had targets on the weekly, pivot there. So despite that I moved the stop here, all right, market mucking around here. And where is it mucking around? On the targets. Okay, so once you're on a PST target zone there, you don't want to be pushing your luck too much. Obviously you want to do trade management, but I said to myself, let's get out and wait for another trade. Now on the weekly, we still got room to go into the 49, which you know is at 1.0795, which is what we marked in the beginning of the week. That's Monday. Let me refresh this chart. As you can see, we don't need a bunch of levels to trade off of at. All we have to do is know a few target levels from the PST. The rest is price action targeting. So let's get rid of these. It's a new day and let's check it out. Now on the euro dollar daily, this is the first resistance of the day. This is a nice bullish situation. Okay, now we're a bit of a dilemma here. I would still like to sell this as long as we're below that line. We're good. Okay, so if we sell on these lines, I'm good. If it breaks out, there's a few price targets here and here, which we have to be careful for. Why? Because this becomes a discount after 50. So your first price target is 0742, right? 0742, and on the PST it's 54, which is nice. 0742, I like it. Okay, 1.0742 is right there. Okay, so this zone 0742, I like this zone. If we get into there, do a quick pullback at Astro hours, it's sellable. The other option is the blue line there. Okay, 56, 1.0761, which is just shy of this zone. Do I have anything higher? I've got 59.61, 0780, 0780 I like too. 0780. So if we're mucking around here at Astro hours, if we get up into this zones, selling is not a bad idea. Now, can you still sell the high of yesterday? Yeah, you can, especially if the market goes up, possibly touching that at an Astro hour or close to an Astro hour. Selling off, I'm okay to do that. Or I'm good to do that. On the weekly, as you know, we still want to see the market come down. Okay, that's a weak trend line, but this is on the cards. So did I just delete that? 49.0795. Oops, that was bad. My bad. 0795. You gotta keep it on the radar. All right, 0795. So that's fine. So selling the highs, I'm okay with. The first Astro hour is 0905 today. Let's just see, 0905, which should be a sudden move. Okay, so that's basically going to be the sudden. Okay, so this is going to come probably into that 0905, which is fine. I prefer the 1230, the 330. I like them. After 330, we could have a good push in the market. So 330 is looking hot. All right, 1230 looking hot, 330 looking hot. So those levels, I think, are good for you to put on your agenda. If 330 holds nicely, it should, make the market move with the news as well, because we've got news this week, remember? Right, so today, okay, or this week, let's do, got news. Today is Thursday, and that 330 is a good spot because that's a good Astro positioning on 330. I like that. Okay, I like 330. And if things go accordingly, okay, the market should push beyond that. Now, here's the trick. It should reverse, right? It should reverse, but because of the aspects, because of the planets coming afterwards, we could have a breakout, so be careful. All right, so on the one hand, we should reverse, in my personal opinion, but because the planets coming after are dodgy planets, okay, we could have a breakout. What can you do? Wait for 330 to be over. Give it a 15-minute bar. If the bar is too big, let it go. On the pullback, enter the trade. Okay? Don't jump in after it, otherwise you're gonna get yourself into trouble. It should take you to my time, 2015 in the evening, 2015, 8:15 p.m. that is, and then it should probably keep pushing, I'm thinking, towards 10 o'clock. If it doesn't turn at 10 past, 15 past 8, if it doesn't turn, it's got potential to keep pushing until 10 or even 11:15. All right, so just note my comments down and then we'll take it from there. Okie dokie. Now then, here we are again. All right, so that's your 0905. Okay, and that sudden little push is all expected there. That's nice. Okay, as you can see, market closing gap. So this has got potential to push up. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. If you're using ATAM, I recommend the 1 hour chart quite a bit. It's just nice to get in with this one. Here's a bit of a sandwich zone, as you can see. So waiting here is okay. So this is either going to break up or down. Okay. If you want to buy 56, there's a price of 1.0711. Now, why do I tell you that? 1.0711, right? It's the good buy case on the 1 hour chart. 1.0711. This is also pretty close to the closing price of yesterday. Okay. If this holds to go up, it should go to 68, where you can cover the trade at 1.0740, which is pretty much there. Okay. So this has got potential to go up there. Now, if you were to enter that trade here, your stop loss should not be lower than the low of this, just under there. Why? Because if we're correct, it should go. If we're not, you want to get stopped out with a tight stop loss, and this is why your stop losses are tight. Okay, this is always going to be a tight ass Tuesday for us. So that's your stop loss from here to here is about 10 pips. Then you calculate, well, is it worth it? Well, from here to here, it's 27 to 40, it's 22. So it's just 1 to 2 risk return. Okay, so it's not a big, deal. All right, so you can sit tight and wait. It's in the middle of nowhere, but you can still jump in, take a little trade and get out if you're using astrology. So with the euro dollar, what I'm trying to basically say is we've got places to sell at the highs there to push this forward, because the longer term assumption, as you know, for weeks, I'm always saying we're going down. So on the pull-ups, we want to sell. Remember how we sold off on all of these? As the market went up, it came up here, we sold. So from here, I don't mind keep pushing down, because we should come down, okay? And then we should have a new trend starting, okay? Obviously, that doesn't mean I have to be correct. This is why we're playing always both sides of the trade. So taking the weekly level to sell off, the weekly level to buy at is great, because they're safe and you can get a good trade off them once you understand what's going on. All right, and also we're getting lower highs, as you can see, so we're going to get squeezed here, but this is not a big nice trend line. The goodbye kiss here, you should be putting it on. Let me move this from here to here. As you can see, that's your goodbye kiss there, which is right on the 0827 zone. Okay, so we'll see how things pan out. 49 though is good to take, which is 0795. If it gets there at an astro hour, I would. SP 500, let's take a look. Nice and easy. Remember, this was a good one. And also yesterday, guys, I gave you these target levels, and look at the astro hour. It goes into that PST level, nice and easy. Now here, that was the goodbye kiss, remember? Goodbye kiss for yesterday, that's goodbye kiss for today. So yesterday we had that perfect pricing, market sold off closes with an up motion, which is fine, because this place is a buy opportunity, and that's what it was. Last Friday, remember? And then swing day Monday. Boom, in there. And that was also with the SP 500, remember? What did we have? A swing day, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So that's your Thursday, that's your Tuesday. So Tuesday, big flop down, okay? And that's your Wednesday continuing. So Tuesday or Wednesday, sell off from the highs, logical, okay? Do we still want to sell off? Now we're in a bit of a sandwich zone here, which is all right, but I don't mind selling down into the 51, okay? Now this is a really aggressive trend, okay? It's a bit of a creepy crawly. This is why we've got a sudden push down, okay? And that's how the shorts come in. Look, we've got creepy crawly trend up, and then we're going to screw everybody over trend down, okay? And then we get a sharp move up, giving a bit of a excitement, divergence, and then going up, creepy crawly up move, boom, boom, boom. We're going to screw everybody up, kind of down move. So, we've got to get used to this. So this creepy crawly is now having this, we're going to possibly screw everybody over. So I don't mind selling the highs in there and pushing. Now the weekly doesn't have any gaps. The daily doesn't either. It's nice and clean, all right? So I don't mind selling this off if we get back up into 52, 5,105, which is a bit too far out actually. 5,105. Oh, it's not that far out. Wait a sec. So I don't mind selling up here This is good actually. This is good because it will take out the stops. Okay, here. This it will take out stops and push down. But I don't mind also selling from the high of yesterday. Yeah, this zone is okay, guys, because I'll tell you why. There's a bit of a gap here, as you can see. So market wanting to come up and clean it off is okay. If we come down first and you want to buy it, I don't blame you. So if we dip down into 39.37, 5,018 and 5,000, 5,000 is there, is also okay because 5,018, this is also okay because then you take out the stops off the low of yesterday. Now, when's the next swing day for this? It's on a Friday. So we're either going to go up and have a swing day, or we're going to break down and push into Friday, which I don't mind doing both. So news is going to be important today. Keep an eye out for that 3:30. Also 12:30. And that's how you can play that out. From the highs, we can sell off. If it breaks down on a pull-up, you can sell off. And that weekly, we would have put a price tag on it, 51, 4,965. 4,965. That's your weekly price tag, which is right under the low of last week. Okay, so that's fine. So market dipping into there is okay. That's the low of last week, I guess. That's the Friday. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Low of last week is there. Okay, but dipping back into here is okay. So yep, that's doable. 5,067 is on the price. So 5,067 is a level to keep an eye out for as well. 5,067, which is there, which is just where it's going to close the gap. So this zone is okay to sell to. Okay, this zone is okay to sell to at Astro hours, and these are your support levels. So we're in a bit of a sandwich dilemma. We're going to break one way or the other. Okay, so selling off at the price action at Astro hours is okay. Buying at price action is also okay, but you know, if we do break down, remember we've got the weekly target down here. Okay, from a longer term perspective, what should we think about? From a longer term perspective, on the weekly, you know, we should have downwards move coming here, or even all the way into here. I'd like to see this back at 4,590s. If it does, that's going to be a nice buy location for us, because there are also a few gaps here. So this is a good buying zone. That's a good buying zone. We should like at least come back to this goodbye kiss. But this is on the weekly, and because we're day traders, you know, we're not going to short it there with an anticipation down to there. So we're going to have to play the game properly within the day. All right, so selling the highs are okay. Buying this low is okay. So weekly, this is a bit of a dodgy zone, so you have to be careful here. Let's take a look at the other indices. Now remember, with Dow Jones as well, swing days pretty much same as SP 500, right? So we had the Tuesday, and then we've got now Friday. Now with Nasdaq we had Tuesday as well, so Tuesday, Wednesday, all right, and this is a beautiful motion there. All right, so that's a good buying opportunity yesterday, and we said we'd get into this zone, remember? There you go, that was the zone. we said we'd get into, and bang, right in there. Okay, so it's fine. Mission accomplished. If you sold the Astro hour as well, should have been right there on the 40, right? 945 there. Okay, so you should have been okay with that in any case. Now we've got room to come down. If the market comes back down, okay, into this zone, all right, back into this zone, the low of Asia, let's take a look what we've got. The first resistance of the day. Remember, look at that. That's goodbye kiss yesterday. Market selling off. We've got room to come down, despite the fact that it's done it already. Okay, it's done it already, but they've sold off where they should have sold off, because this was the sell-off region. Remember the goodbye kiss and the manipulation. Bang, bang. So, boom, boom, boom. We're going to have to play this both ways as well. So 2 places to buy. I'd like to buy if it got back into here, which is 30-32 zone. 37-220. 37-186. 37-377. So 37. 186 is far down, which I don't mind following down. Wait, first of all, let's see what the weekly level was. We should have put a weekly level on there, and that's 46. 37,404. So this is always going to be a level which we're going to expect some kind of a positive reaction. Okay, the market should buy if it gets down here. So the other options are this. If we're down here at Astro hours, I don't mind pushing up into this zone, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, we'll see, because it's already done that, you see, on the weekly, but there's a big gap down here. We should follow down. This is huge, right? How to come down? We should have an A, B, maybe a bit higher B, and then a C down. Okay, or we're going to crash down further, come up, and then go lower, and then keep buying. So there are a few opportunities here. On the monthly, we've already done that, which is fine, and that blue line there is your LCL1, isn't it? It's the LCL1 line. Come on, mate. Give me a price. 37,719. 37,719. There you go. Oh, beautiful. That is the beauty about PST. Look how nice that is. Right on your monthly PST blue line, after you did the goodbye kiss, 56, which is 37,152. 37,152. We still got room down here for it. I'm just going to mark this in. Okay. But that was last month. Okay, because we're on a new month today. As at what, yesterday. All right. So last month it's done the goodbye kiss, so it would have been a different value. So for May, this is a different value compared to April, and we've got that level there. So not a bad spot to push up into 38,569. So we might get into this zone. All right. If it does, it's a sell zone. So buying the low is okay. Buying this zone, I'm not sure. If you want to buy at an Astro hour, this is also a zone. All right. We can get rid of this, and that's it. So buying here the lows, the opening slightly lower, the low of Asia closing off yesterday at Astra hour to go up is okay because there's a bit of a gap here. So now the market might want to come back into this zone, which is also just fine. Alright, and then we've got that zone there. So it's a bit tricky in terms of where it is now, okay? So the only time it's like buying here and selling highs, the weekly, that zone is pretty much like the SP 500, okay? NASDAQ, let's take a look. Also yesterday, and at 230, let's see, 230 was pretty much there, 227, that's your zone there. And then we had what, 556, because news was coming out, 630 on this bar right there, and then the push up into 820, that's your 820, that's your 820 there. Yeah, that was the one. Right, yesterday I was traveling, so that's why. We're running a little late today, but that's it. Okay, so same kind of thing with NASDAQ. If you take a look at the daily, I mean, I think we've got room to come down. This is the impulse wave, channel up, selling down is okay. Right, we've got room to come down further into the 37, 17,192, mark it in, 28, that's the lower end, 16,639, which is fine. I don't mind coming down into this zone. Right, coming back into this zone, I'm happy to do so. Right, because this is where the resistance got broken out, okay, taken out. Also here, resistance got taken out. So these are support levels we want to go back in at. On the weekly, this zone is important as well. So we should dip here. We should dip down. And that is 47, so make a note of it, 16,981, which we should have, which we should be targeting, 16,981. Well, we're pretty much down here, 16,981. Alright, I'm going to get rid of that. There we go. Which is logical for me. Okay. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin going down, down, down into consolidation. Let's see how we are doing on the daily. Nice breakdown, like I said. Okay, so I did say we're expecting a breakdown, and that was logical, and you see we're right on those targets there. On the weekly, there you go. So once you break out on the weekly, you see it's gonna push us down. Okay, it's gonna push us down, and it's not gonna have a lot of mercy. This is why I say when a PST breaks down, you don't want to muck around. You don't want to be standing in front of it trying to sell it off. Okay, so here we have, now we're going to have to make a few adjustments. Is that's your first zone there. Okay, so we've got to draw these lines, and then we've got to target the pricing. Okay, and that's your pricing there. That's the resistance, that's the breakout. So heading back into this area, let me just check this. 54.76, open at 51, close at 51.7, so just a tiny red bar. This is the weekly we want to head into, which is right there. Okay, now this could just do slightly lower and piss everybody off at this level. All right, so be mindful there. All right, but we do want to like kind of stick our heads in there. Now 39 is your first target, 44 490. So this has got also room to push further down, but this is where we're going to stop at first. Right now I don't have a price for this. When I do the advanced PST, we're going to go there, and that's going to give us a price. Bang. Okay, and that's how it is. So yeah, all right, that's just those levels we should target, so keep an eye out for it. So on the daily, what to do? Not a lot of gap here, so coming back up into a good buy kiss into that 58,800 is okay. And also, like, if you, I don't trade Bitcoin, but if you like doing what I'm telling you, you see how they sell off. So this is your zone. All right, so once you start breaking down, you got to retest. Once you retest, that's your trade level. You know, this is like it. So now we can get rid of this. It's done. So what to do with it now? If we go back up, we sell off again. Where? Oh, it's going to be there, isn't it? So if it does pop its head up into that zone, like I said, that 58,800 zone there, 59,300, 58,800, you know, knocks itself out and then big down. There's a bit of a gap here, but it's quite minor. So this will be the first place they want to push down, and there's gap. There are gaps here which the market will want to fill out. This is why our expectation is down here. Okay, so we should come into that 50,000 and lower if we want to keep Bitcoin healthy, trending healthy. All right, and that's that. Okay.